Starting to warm up, spring not too far away. But before we can have spring, we have to finish our winter high school tournaments. Inside the XL Energy Center, we get ready for our final winter tournament of 2002, the Boys State Basketball Tournament. This is Championship Saturday. Hello, everybody. Ryan Lund on the floor of the KMSP Sports Complex. And we have 4 championship games for you today. We hope all 4 of them are going to be good ones. We start in Class A with Southwest Minnesota Christian taking on Ortonville. The Eagles have landed in the boys Class A championship game for the 4th consecutive year. Southwest Minnesota Christian trying for state basketball history. No one has ever won 4 championships before. No boys team or girls team has done it. Ortonville trying for a little history of its own. The Trojans have never won a state championship, and here they are on the verge. Jeff Grayson has the call of that game. And Jeff, Southwest Minnesota Christian on the verge of history, but it's far from automatic.
You're right. Ortonville wants to make history of its own, Ryan. Coach Kyle Kirkaby said that he had good news and bad news in his team's game against Pillager. He said his team only played 12 good minutes, and he didn't like the free throw shooting, but he said his team is loose and confident and ready to dethrone the champs. On the other side, Dan Brookheis said he liked his team's performance for the most part against Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, but he said his team's got to take care of the ball better today because they almost blew a double-digit lead. But they have made it here. Both coaches agreed that the key matchup is the one in the middle between Jeff Scott and Ross Wigman. And as we bring in Janet Carvenin, a member of a team who won 3 in a row, by the way, at New York Mills, that's the key matchup, but there are going to be a lot of other players who decide this one.
That's right. Neither of those players you mentioned really had a great day yesterday. Last year, Dan Brookheis lost 4 starters and his 6th man and built his team around Jeff Scott on the inside. He is one of our key players to watch today for Southwest Minnesota Christian. At 6'6", he poses a lot of matchup problems. You see his size and strength on the inside. And again, it's going to be interesting to see if Wigman can defend him down low because he does give up some inches to Jeff Scott, the centerpiece for the Southwest Minnesota Christian Eagles. For Ortonville, today we want to watch Tanner Rademacher. He was the key player yesterday. Ross Wigman struggled a little bit from the field, and Rademacher hit the 3 and really ignited his team. He rolled his ankle yesterday, but he says he's ready to go. And look for Tanner Rademacher to be a player to watch today, along with Wigman, who needs to really step it up.
Those are some of the keys. And Ryan, I guess we've got stopping history or making history, a history lesson here today.
All right, well, we are going to be history in just a moment. That's our Class A preview. In 2A, it'll be Lewiston Altura trying to knock off the very large Litchfield Dragons. But first, our Class A state championship game. Pre-game introductions and the tip-off coming up next.
Starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways you'll get outstanding service from every person, every transaction. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. Proud partner of the Minnesota State High School League since 1990.
Get into overdrive with the 2002 Saturn L200. Just $202 due and $265 a month. Visit your nearest Saturn retailer today.
On behalf of the tobacco industry, I would like to address the issue of youth smoking. Youth smoking is a serious problem, and we want to be part of the solution. If that means a smaller adult consumer base in the future, we say, so be it.
So children, please don't smoke.
Target market.
On behalf of the tobacco industry,
It's March. Time to get reacquainted with the great outdoors at your Jeep dealer's March matchup. Now, when you put $1,000 down on an award-winning Jeep Grand Cherokee, we'll match it. That's $2,000 down. Plus, get our 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain pledge. With low APR or big cash allowances on select Grand Cherokees, we're making sure you get out there. Great products, great protection, great value. Now at the March matchup. Hurry, it all ends soon.
Time to meet the teams for our first championship game. Here's public address announcer Dave Wright.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the XL Energy Center and the 90th annual Minnesota State Boys Basketball Tournament. This afternoon's game is a Class A championship game between the Eagles of Southwest Minnesota Christian and the Trojans of Ortonville. Before we meet the entire rosters for both teams, let's meet the cheerleaders. First, let's meet the cheerleaders for Southwest Minnesota Christian. Sonia Blum, Tara Brown, Heather DeCam, Talisha DeBoone, Renee DeWilde, Lindsay Denherter, Alita Sprong, Teresa Jasper, Becky Christopher, Hanban Detenu, and Jessica Vogelaar. Now let's meet the cheerleaders for Ortonville. Jessica Tollefson, Samantha Strigi, Laura Brown, Heidi Hansen, Amanda Nelson, Megan Stride, and mascot Danielle Skoblik. Now let's meet the entire rosters for both teams. First, let's meet the non-starters. For the champions of Section 3, with a record of 26-2, the Southwest Minnesota Christian Eagles. Junior guard number 10, Daniel Wagner. Junior guard number 14, Joel Talsma. Senior forward number 20, Jordan Coy. Junior forward number 22, Sean Prince. Junior forward number 30, Wade Cruin. Junior center number 42, Jesse Von Hopwagon. And senior center number 52, Michael Van Otterloo. Now let's meet the non-starters for the champions of Section 5 with a record of 26-2, the Ortonville Trojans. Junior guard number 11, Tony Weber. Senior guard number 15, Joe Fuller. Senior guard number 23, Jesse Close. Senior guard number 31, Matt Figston. Junior guard number 33, Landon Fransky. Sophomore forward number 35, Ross Randall. Freshman guard number 41, Ben Zarbach. Freshman forward number 51, Tim Thompson. Senior forward number 53, Al Westermeyer. And sophomore guard number 55, Riley Salmon. And now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams in alternate order. For Southwest Minnesota Christian, at a forward, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Ross Reitzma. For Ortonville, at a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 43, Pete Ross. For Southwest Minnesota Christian, at a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 44, Daniel DeWitt. For Ortonville at a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 45, Tanner Rotterbacher. For Southwest Minnesota Christian at center, a 6'6" senior, number 50, Jeff Scopp. For Ortonville at center, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Ross Wigman. For Southwest Minnesota Christian at a guard, 5'8" senior, number 4, Andrew Tinklenberg. For Ortonville at a guard, a 5'10" senior, number 13, Nate Thompson. And for Southwest Minnesota Christian at a guard, a 6' junior, number 12, Ethan Messman. For Ortonville at guard, 5'10" senior, number 25, Derek Reed. The assistant coaches are Jeff Faber and Travis Korver. The head coach of the Eagles is Daniel Brookes. Assistants Tim Giese and Dave Donnell. The head coach of the Trojans is Kyle Kirkaby. The officials assigned for this afternoon's game are Dean Kockelman and George Struches. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please stand and join members of the St. Thomas Academy Choir under the direction of Julia Fahey as they lead us in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
We are set for the 1A championship. Nice job on the anthem, by the way.
Beautiful.
Southwest Minnesota Christian, 26-2, number 3 in the last rankings. You see where they're located. I guess as southwest as you can get. Students from 18 churches or denominations go to Southwest Minnesota Christian. No recruiting either, they want to emphasize. They'll take on Ortonville, also 26-2, 7th in the last ranking.
This is our small school division, class single A, and Southwest Minnesota Christian has just 150 students in the 4 grades. 4-year record, pretty impressive, Jeff. 102 wins and only 8 losses.
Championship game, the opening tip. It will go to Ortonville. Ortonville in the orange, trimmed in white and black. The Eagles are in the gold. Eagles are the road team, trimmed in gold and black. By the way, the third place game, Howard Lake Waverly Winstead defeats Pillager 52-47. Left-handed drive in and out for Ross Wigman. Wow, one didn't want to stay down.
It was a nifty move, though, for him to be able to free himself. Not an easy shot at all.
Quick pass, Scott, tough jumper. Shot the air ball, and now the Trojans in transition.
So our 2 big guys that we mentioned on the top of the show are 0 for 1 thus far. Great pass, but there's a block.
Oh, it's Ethan Messman with a rejection, 6-foot junior. From outside, short again. That was Ross Reitzma. Right side. Rademacher traveled with it. Both teams a little sloppy early.
Maybe a little tight here first couple times up and down the court.
Kyle Kirkaby said in the game you did yesterday with Anthony LaPanta that they were tight coming into the game. The floor, the large arena. From outside, DeWitt. Rebound, Messman. Feeds along the baseline to Reitzma. And the scoring has begun.
A nice pass by Messman there to find Reitzma for the easy two. And even though these Southwest Minnesota Christian players have been here, this is 4 years in a row, of course, there's a lot of new people on this team that weren't there for those earlier wins, and they have their own pressure to deal with. This history that they're trying to make. I'm sure Brookhouse is trying not to make that the focus, though.
Tough shot for Ross Wigman going away from the basket, and we're tied.
Wigman is the leading scorer, 1,000-point scorer for them, almost 18 a game for him. He's important today.
Drive, the ball's knocked away by Nate Thompson. Coming out of there with it is Derek Reek, and Thompson will bring it up. Now Wigman, 14 points, 14 rebounds in that semifinal win over Pillager. Nice pass down low by Wigman. Drawing the foul, Pete Ross. First foul of the game. And it's on Reitzma.
Well, Ross had 15 points yesterday. He really plays well, does a great job on the boards, as you saw right there.
Shooting two, Pete Ross, 15 points in the semifinal. He had 16 points, 9 rebounds in the quarterfinal win over Red Lake.
And again, Pete Ross, only 6'1", just like Tanner Rademacher. Those guys are giving up a lot of height on the inside, so position for them is going to be important. And also, one big thing to watch today is just their ability to stay in this game and not get into foul trouble. Ortonville is just not that deep. They play about 6 guys, whereas Southwest Minnesota Christian can play up to 9 or 10 easily.
They do like to go 10 deep. Almost an over and back. Good hustle by DeWitt, but it'll go the other way. Off those free throws by Ross. The 2-point lead, as you see, for Ortonville. Rademacher to inbound. 6 seniors on the Eagles team, 9 for Ortonville. But you're right, 4 starters played their entire quarterfinal game. Rademacher got open inside. So a good start now after the initial sloppiness the first 2 possessions. Ortonville starting to nail it down. They're up by 4. We'll have a timeout on the floor. 6-2 Ortonville on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
Doggone good savings on pet products at Menards. This remote-controlled training collar from Initech helps stop annoying behavior. On sale $79.99. An invisible pet containment system is only $99.96. Keep your pets safe with Master Helco kennels. They're simple to assemble in a wide selection of sizes. This 6-foot-tall 6x6 kennel with gate is on sale $119. Save on all your pet supplies at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The Special Auto Show bonus at your Northland Ford store gives you great choices. Choose the Auto Show bonus of $1,000 cash back plus 0% financing, or $2,500 cash back on a new Windstar. Check out a new Taurus with an Auto Show bonus of $750 plus 0% financing, or take $2,000 cash back. The choices are limitless, but these incredible offers and other Auto Show offers end soon. So get to your local Northland Ford store today.
Ortonville with the early lead. Eagles with a chance to cut it down to 2 here early. DeWitt off the inbounds. Pump fake. Fade away. Good defense by Wigman. Tough to shoot over the 6'4 senior. Rademacher, nifty dribble at midcourt. Left side to Ross. Rademacher looked like he was going to put it up. Wigman, bounce pass. Derek Reek. There's Thompson, who had that great assist to Rademacher. Another pass down low on the block. Rademacher for 3. Fight for the ball. It'll stay here.
Well, both of these teams had kind of a slow start yesterday. Southwest Minnesota Christian just had 6 points in the first quarter against Howard Lake Waverly. Ortonville has been slow starting seems like almost all year long, but today that's not the case. Wow, look at that reverse layup. The pass from Thompson down to Rademacher.
Similar move that you started with in the pregame show, underneath the reverse layup off the window.
Well, he likes that shot. And it comes in handy. You know, we teach this at our basketball camp, and a lot of people think that's a fancy move or you shouldn't do that kind of a shot. But you're underneath the basket looking up, and you know how to spin the ball up off the glass. It's really effective. Well, there's Ross with the rebound.
Strong rebound off the missed free throw. Coaches hate giving up those. Rademacher, turnaround. Bouncing off. So he missed the free throw, but the Trojans will get another shot at it. That's 2 nifty assists by Nate Thompson already. 2 Rademacher on both plays.
Well, Nate Thompson really gives them a lot of senior leadership and stability at the point position. He's a quiet player, doesn't shoot a lot himself, but oh, he sets up his teammates.
Like almost an up and down. Wigman, no.
He tried to tip it in. Wow. Wigman tips it in.
He climbed the stairwell and got it over Messman. 10-2, Ortonville.
Wigman likes to go for the tip. He did that several times yesterday. His timing and jumping ability is just great.
Left side, top of the key now as the Eagles work it around. Scott has not been a factor yet. Wrightsman lost his footing. DeWitt from the baseline. No, they're having to take the outside jumpers. Here's Thompson on the break, hitting Derek Reek, and it is a 10-point lead for the Trojans.
Southwest Minnesota Christian, if they don't get something going, they may need a timeout here. I'm surprised they're not taking one right now. They need to just settle down, look for a good shot.
That is 3 assists already in the first quarter for Nate Thompson. That time he made the outlet pass. Foul, and the first foul on Ortonville. It's against Ross Wigman.
Well, Wigman is matched up against Skop inside, and he's really working hard to crowd Skop. There he is with the basketball.
DeWitt open. He's taken a few jumpers, and he's been off. Rebound Wigman. Chance to make this a 12-point game. There's Nate Thompson, the playmaker, with some great passes already. Thompson averaging about 6 assists per game. He's halfway there. Steal by DeWitt along the baseline. Outlet pass. Down on the block, Messman, and he's fouled. This time it'll be on Derek Reek. Not on the act of shooting. Team fouls even at 2 apiece. Substitutions now. Michael Van Otterloo in the game. Also Jordan Coy replacing Skop and Messman. You were saying earlier that the Eagles substitute regularly. They usually play 10 players, 6 players on the state soccer championship team. So they've got the athleticism. Not putting the ball in the basket, though. Jordan Coy missed that one. Rademacher to Thompson.
Dan Brookheist says that it's his goal is to win as many games as he can, playing as many kids as he can. That's really admirable.
Inside, Rademacher again. Thought he was going to get a 3-point play, but the Trojans dominating the glass. They had 3 shots at it on that possession, I think.
Well, this is the kind of intensity Tanner Rademacher plays with. He just plays hard all the time, and sometimes he doesn't get his shots to fall. As you can see right here, missing, but getting the offensive rebound and finishing up again to get to the free throw line. And right now, Jeff, Ortonville is a team that's really intense right now. Southwest Minnesota Christian, they just don't look like the team that we've seen in this tournament and in the past as far as intensity goes.
They are in trouble. Jesse Close in for the Trojans. Fouls on DeWitt, his first. Rademacher hits the free throws, something that Kyle Kirkaby was concerned about after yesterday's win over Pillager. Look at this score. 14-2, under 3 minutes left in the first. Scott nowhere to go. DeWitt in the lane for Scott. Would have counted. He'll go to the line, though. May have been their best possession so far, getting inside.
And that's how they're going to get back in this ball game, is just 2 points at a time, work the ball around, and try to get number 50, this young man, established and confident, because he's really one of the big reasons why they're here. Over 15 points a game and 8 rebounds a game. Jeff Scott.
Substitutions, Daniel Wagner, number 10, also Wade Kroon, number 30, replacing DeWitt and Tinklenberg. Even though Wagner comes off the bench, he was a good spark for them yesterday in their win over Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. was the first foul on Pete Ross, by the way. Scott, 2 out of 2. But it's still a 10-point lead. Ortonville with a great start on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
And hockey. Racing and winning. Great matches. But here's the best, the March matchup. Put $1,000 down and we'll match it for a total down payment of $2,000, making it even easier to grab life in a Dodge Ram, Durango, or Stratus. Plus, get a generous cash allowance or low financing. And 7 years or 100,000 miles of engine and transmission protection. Great products, great protection, great values. Till the end of March, it's about great matches, like the open road and a Dodge. Try the new DQ Southwestern Chicken Sandwiches, available grilled or breaded, with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and a spicy Southwestern sauce you'll only find at DQ. Or cool down with a brownie earthquake treat for just $2.19. So eat on your own terms. DQ's something different.
KMSP Television has purchased the broadcast rights to the 2002 Minnesota State High School basketball tournament. No broadcast, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and account of this copyrighted telecast is permitted without the written authority of KMSP Television and the Minnesota State High School League.
Shooting percentages near 50% for Ortonville, and you see tough start for the Eagles. Nearly a steal. There's Rademacher. Nice 1-2 punch with Weisman inside. That shot was blocked. Good block by Wade Kroon, and it'll go the other way as he rejects Rademacher.
That's what happens sometimes after you miss a shot in there. Rademacher probably wanting to get it back, and he is called for the foul. But again, a great pass from Thompson. He is just able to get the ball in his teammates' hands, and they're in great position to score.
First foul on Rademacher after the block by Kroon. Here's Daniel Wagoner. There's the Eagles trying to find the right combination on the overplay. Steal by Pete Ross. Trojans in transition as he... I wonder if the floor's a little slippery. We've had 2 or 3 times players have lost their footing a little bit. Thompson inside. Weigman, no. Weigman will go to the line, though.
Well, Thompson really wanted to isolate Weigman down low there, and Skop was going up, but he was playing behind Weigman. Weigman's got some nice moves down there, some great fakes and changes of direction. It makes him difficult to guard.
First foul on Jordan Coy. Free throw good. Well, they're hitting the free throws. Good start for him so far. 15-4. Team fouls are even at 4 apiece.
Well, he's in the 8 for 12 from the free throw line yesterday. He had a lot of practice.
What a start for these Trojans of Ortonville. Wagoner, stutter step dribble. Skop outside. Reitzman, no. Loose ball. Ross got it. Give it up to Thompson. Nate Thompson, 19 points in the quarter final, but he's making those passes rejected by Skop into the hands of Ross.
Skop had help that time on Weigman, which was really important. Southwest Minnesota Christian playing only a man-to-man. They will not play zone, but then you need to help out, just as Daniel Wagner did right there.
In and out, rebound Skop. Good defense by Skop on the block and on the rebound. Reitzman gets it back. Skop, bounce pass inside, and they kick it back out. Under a minute on the pure polka dot dairy 1-minute clock. Eagles trying to end with some sort of flurry. It'll stay with the Eagles on the possession. Substitution for the Eagles. Sean Prinz replacing Ross Reitzman.
Prinz is a good three-point shooter, number 22 there. Look for him to try to help with some offensive production.
Nice pass. Skop looking inside for Kroon. Kroon couldn't handle the pass. And once again, it'll stay with the Trojans.
Lots of break for Ortonville there.
There's Daniel Wagoner, who comes off the bench but plays starter-type minutes. Thompson inside. Good hustle on the defense. It goes off of Thompson. 40 seconds left. 16-4 in the first quarter. It's good, an offensive first quarter. One of the best we've seen in this entire tournament here on Channel 9. DeWitt and Tinklenberg check in for Wagner and Kroon. There's DeWitt, slow start. He hasn't been inside much. He's missed his jumpers.
DeWitt was 6 for 7 from the field yesterday, so he really shot the ball well. I'm sure he's hoping to get on track here.
DeWitt scoreless so far. It'll stay with the Eagles. Last touch by Ortonville. You see the time left first quarter. Over the top to DeWitt, guarded by Weigman. Scott going the other way. Tough angle. He'll go to the line.
This is really good strategy by Southwest Minnesota Christian, just to get the ball to Scott. And it's obvious he's their main player, but sometimes teams overlook their main player, and everybody tries to do it on their own when the defense is tough. But right now, isolating Scott down low, he didn't hit that one, but getting to the free throw line is important to get him established.
Pete Ross got his second foul. Derek Reek checks in for Ross. Final 16 seconds of the first quarter to avoid having Ross possibly getting a third foul. Scott at the line. He's got 3 of the 5 points.
You know, sometimes he's too unselfish. He'll be right in the paint, 10 feet from the basket, and he'll pass up a shot. And at 6'6", he needs to be shooting those shots when he's that close to the basket. His team needs him.
Thompson to Rademacher. Closing seconds. He'll put it up. No. Good rebound by Scott, and that's the quarter. Well, Southwest Minnesota Christian stopped some of the damage, but Ortonville with an 11-point lead on the Champs after 8 minutes on the U.S. Bank scoreboard.
Wood owns a Hyundai Santa Fe.
Compared to other SUVs in its class, I found that I got the most value for my money.
It comes with the freedom of America's best warranty.
It shows that Hyundai really stands behind the Santa Fe.
Plus a long list of standard features, including 6-speaker CD.
It's a great SUV. My friends were jealous.
The Hyundai Santa Fe at just $19,489. It's the thinking person's SUV.
Freedom is calling, yeah.
The Hyundai Santa Fe at $19,489. Your test drive is waiting.
Explore career opportunities that last a lifetime at the AFL-CIO Union Industries Show, Minneapolis Convention Center, starting April 5th. Admission is free.
Why pay more for glasses? At Vision World, you can get not 1, but 2 complete pairs of glasses for just $99. Choose from hundreds of great-looking frames and get 2 pairs for yourself, or a pair for you and a family member or friend. Why pay more? Come to Vision World.
9 News West. It's about you.
It's the Menards scoreboard, and Southwest Minnesota Christian doesn't like it. They're down 11. Just 5 points in the first quarter for the 3-time champs. But they've got the ball in the opening possession of the second quarter. There's Scott. You mentioned getting it inside to him, and they did just that. It's a 9-point game, and I think if you're an Eagles fan, you think that's not that bad after that start.
That's right. And that's something they just got to continue doing. Yesterday, let's take a look at the rebounds first there. Ortonville really coming out strong here today. Just so active and aggressive.
Nate Thompson with an aggressive drive and a decidedly Ortonville advantage on the rebounds. 16-6 after 8 minutes. Lead back to 11 on the Thompson drive. Inside, Messman, that ball was blocked. Looks like Reek got a piece of it, and here comes Thompson running the show. Ortonville pushes it up. Nate Thompson, 15 points in the semifinal. Ball lost. It'll go the other way. There's an Ortonville foul. It is on Derek Reek, 5'10" senior. Second team foul on Reek. That's 16 fouls on Ortonville. So the next one will put the Eagles at the line, and they may need to rely on free throws.
Something to watch for. You know, yesterday, Southwest Christian, there's a travel, another turnover. Actually had their biggest quarter of the day was the second quarter. They scored 19 points. I'm sure Dan Heist would love to have another good second quarter here and get back in this ball game.
You'd think sometimes the team that substitutes more freely might be fresher, but Ortonville, like you said, they play their starters most of the game, and they're the team that looks fresher, although DeWitt, one of the Eagles starters, is running the break off the steal to Messman. Blocking foul. Messman will go to the line. The foul is on Derek Reek, and that is his third. 17 fouls, although he'll go to the line anyway.
Reek does a lot of things well. Great hustle. He's hoping to play football somewhere in college next year. But that time not able to get the body in position and called for the block.
In the last game for the Trojans against Pillager, the first four starters scored 59 of the 61. Wigman, Ross, Rademacher, and Thompson. Reek had 2 of the points. So 4 of the starters combining for 59. All of them in double figures.
That's the kind of scoring balance coaches just love.
Messman on the free throws. 10-point game. Substitution. Joel Talsma, number 14 in goal, checks in. You see him there. Also back in Wade Kroon, number 30. A 9-point game as the Eagles hope their defense can cut into it a little more. That's Jesse Close is number 23, but Wigman missing inside. Van Otterloo fought for the rebound. It comes out to Wagoner. Wagoner, bounce pass inside. Nowhere to go for Joel Talsma. Van Otterloo misses. Stopped nearly over the back. Wigman with a rebound, and he pushes. Stop. Rademacher for 3. No. Hard rebound fought for by Joel Talsma. Wagoner's in trouble. Triple teamed on the press. Reitzma gets it over the midcourt line. He sees an opening. Reitzma, too much on the drive. Rebound to Ross, who's playing with 3 fouls.
Well, neither team really able to convert right now and not taking the best shots.
The next dead ball, Jesse Van Hofwagen. Jesse Van Hofwagen will check in for the Eagles. And there's an Eagles foul first. Fouls on Van Otterloo, his first. Michael Van Otterloo, a 6'4" senior. We'll get a timeout on the floor. On the Menards scoreboard, it is still Ortonville in front.
Faces. Lauren Larson. Officer Mike Blood. Scotty. 1 out of every 3 people will need blood, and you never know when you or someone you love might be the one. Memorial Blood Centers. It's about life.
What style? What savings? Marshalls. What will you find today?
Welcome back to St. Paul. Ortonville with just 2 points in the first 2.5 minutes of the second quarter, but they still lead by 11. We were talking about the Eagles, Jana. You were mentioning no underclassmen on this team. 6 seniors, 6 juniors.
Oh, what they really do is rely on their older players to carry them through, and the younger players just have to wait their turn.
Only 105 students in the entire school.
Oh, Wigman just kind of rushing his shot there in the inside.
Trojans draw the foul. Going to the line will be Ross. I should say his full name, Pete Ross, because we have Ross Reitzma on the other side. So Pete Ross at the line. 6th team foul on the Eagles. In and out on the free throw for the Trojans. Reitzma out. Coming back in, Jordan Coy. Reitzma had 16 points in the semifinal win yesterday over Howard Lake Waverly Winstead. He really carried them in the first half. DeWitt in the second. He had 11 in the quarterfinal, 16 in the semi. He had 12 in the first half yesterday. Pete Ross with a deflection out of bounds. A 10-point lead. It was 11 at the end of the first quarter. Well, there's Wigman coming out of there with it. Another turnover. And Nate Thompson walks it up. Guarded by Joel Talsma. Rademacher, baseline. Trojans, one of the few times we've seen them rather stationary. Thompson, there's Wigman, spin move. In and out. Pete Ross on the rebound. He'll go to the line, drawing another foul.
Well, Pete Ross doing a nice job to follow up there. Wigman again not able to convert, and I think Wigman took a little shot there either from somebody on the rebound. Sometimes Wigman's not balanced in his shooting, and I'd like to see him use the backboard a little more on those inside shots, but thankfully it was Pete Ross that got the rebound and is 1 for 1 from the line.
Lead back up to 11. Skop and DeWitt in, replacing Wade Kroon and Jesse Van Hofwagen. Ross hits them both back to a 12-point lead. 21-9. 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. Bounce pass, Skop after the rest. Too much against Wigman. Thompson pushes. Pete Ross cut off. Skop on the deflection. Rademacher. Good defense by DeWitt. Thompson for three. Nate Thompson makes it a 15-point game. DeWitt, pump fake. It'll count. Coming back with a three-point play of his own and trying to spark his team with some emotion.
They need some emotion right now. DeWitt really trying to fire them up.
So it's back to 13. Foul is on Ross. That's his, Pete Ross, his third foul. I get a little confused because we have Ross Reitzma and Pete Ross. So I think I better say the full names the rest of the game.
And Kyle Kirkaby's probably going to take Ross out. I think Tony Weber's coming in for him because the 3 fouls, can't afford to lose him right now. There's the basket by DeWitt.
The pump of the fist. 3-point play. So Thompson's three-pointer and the 3-point play by DeWitt cancel each other out. We're back to 12 on the lead here for Ortonville. Inside, wide open, down low. Reek, yes! And guess who fed him? Nate Thompson.
I don't know how. That was Jesse Close that actually scored that basket. I'm not sure how he got open on the baseline, but it was Thompson that found him.
Thompson and Jesse Close, I'm sorry, the 5'8" senior.
Ortonville really looking strong right now. Just poised, taking their time offensively, working for the good shot. They're making this man-to-man defense of the Eagles work hard.
Wigman with a pick on Wagoner, and Wigman's got it. The height advantage. Ball was knocked away. Good hustle along the baseline. DeWitt comes out of there with it, but the lead is still 14. Eagles are going to push it this time. Bounce pass for Scott. Almost another turnover. Trojans taking the Eagles out of their game. Wagoner for three. Yes! Daniel Wagoner cuts it to an 11-point lead.
Big basket by Wagner there. He's all over Thompson.
Wegman gets away. Wegman, no. Hard rebound fought for by Joel Talsma. Well, he played like a big man inside. He will go to the line because it's bonus time for Southwest Minnesota Christian as they try to get this lead to single digits. Talsma to the line. There's Wagner who comes out. He was a spark in this quarter, just like he was yesterday in the semifinal. Missing the front end of the one-on-one. Rebound, Rademacher. So they missed another chance to get this thing to single digits again. After being down 15, Rademacher baseline, too much. Rebound goes to Coy. DeWitt will push. Eagles pushing the ball more these last few. Tough shot for DeWitt. Rebound, Rademacher. He's tripped up. A lot of contact going on. Game getting physical.
Well, between Rademacher and DeWitt, those guys are all over the place playing hard. And really, for Southwest Minnesota Christian, they're lucky Rademacher missed that last one down the other end. They've had some nice close looks at the basket that just have not fallen.
Third foul on Jordan Coy. Substitutions for the Eagles. Ethan Messman back in the game, as well as Ross Reitzma replacing Coy. Also, we see Wagner on the bench there. Rademacher going to the line. Chance to get this thing back to 13. He misses the front end. Both teams in the bonus. Next team foul for Ortonville. Puts Southwest Minnesota Christian in the bonus. They don't need it there. Messman inside.
Nice pass from Scott, finding him down low.
Lead down to 9. See if they can cut into it more to go the other way. Eagles with a chance to get as close as they've been for quite a while. It is still Ortonville, but the Eagles are coming back on the Menard scoreboard.
If you're using the paper to sell your car, here's better news. It's carsoup.com. Get unlimited space to describe your vehicle instead of those little abbreviations. Add a full-color photo, too. CarSoup has more listings than the paper, so that's where the shoppers go. And for just $25, your CarSoup listing runs till your vehicle sells. The paper works for that, but if you're selling a car, choose CarSoup. It delivers more.
Visit CarSoup at KMSP.tv.
They've been pushed around, kicked in the mouth, and driven to the limits. And Chevy still keeps delivering with 0% APR financing for qualified buyers or up to $2,002 cash back on select Chevy SUVs. That's 0% APR or big cash back at your select Heartland Chevy dealer. So when you've got to depend on a truck, depend on the bow tie at your select Heartland Chevy dealer today.
Ortonville enjoys a 9-point lead, but they've been struggling from the field. Ross Wigman has missed his last 7 shots from the field, and Tanner Rademacher has missed his last 5. So I'm not sure. I think they are looking a little tired, and 1:48 before the halftime break for them to rest and recover. But Southwest Minnesota Christian bringing a lot of fresh bodies in off the bench. May be a factor as they try to wear them down in this game, and it may help their comeback.
So the lead is 9. That's who they want having the ball. Scott double dribbled. He put it on the floor once, tried to drive and did it again. You don't see that kind of double dribble that often. Usually you see 2 hands on the ball.
Just a mental mistake there.
Another turnover. The Eagles have had their chances to cut into this lead more than 9. But that's where it stays. Wigman and Rademacher, the 2-man game up top. Bounce pass inside. He may have just lost the ball. Scott with the rebound and another chance. DeWitt. Messman, nowhere to go. Wigman cuts him off. DeWitt draws the fake and got it. Pump fake 101 there.
he really got Rademacher up in the air on that one.
Polka dot dairy, 1-minute clock. It's a 7-point game. Final minute as the Eagles need another stop. Ortonville wants to stop the rally here.
I always say the pump fake is the best fake in basketball because people just respond to it. They don't always jump up off the ground like Rademacher did, but they even just straighten their legs and then they're not able to move quickly.
Good duel between Scott and Wigman, and there is a hard foul on Thompson. Thompson gets the foul, and this will be 2 shots for Southwest Minnesota Christian. 10th team foul, so a chance to cut this lead to 5. Big free throws coming up here.
Well, there's the foul and the scramble. So Andrew Tinklenberg will go to the line. 5'8" senior.
Averaging about 3 a game. As high this year is 12. It's the first one. It is down to 6. A tale of 2 quarters here.
Southwest Minnesota Christian Eagles just slowly chipping away at that lead.
We got 15 points after a 5-point first quarter. DeWitt hustles. He puts up the shot and banks it home. And it is a 4-point game. A 3-point play on that run.
Oh, nice soft touch using the glass that time as well.
So a missed free throw and a rebound for DeWitt. Ortonville inside. Rademacher, no. Wigman fight for the rebound, and the gold shirts come out of there with it. Final seconds. DeWitt pushes. Reitzma for 3. Yes!
Wow. Unbelievable effort by the Eagles. Are they ever pumped?
Wow. I think they're to keep on running out to 7th Street.
Somebody stop that team.
Well, if body language is any indicator, wow, Ortonville walking off the court, upset at the referees and pretty dejected. Here's the last play that makes it a 1-point game.
Well, Reitzma has shown he can hit the 3, and he was so confident and focused when he squared up on that one. Are they pumped?
Let's go to Dan Brookheis and Ryan Lund.
All right, thank you, Coach. Not a bad comeback there.
That was kind of nice. Yeah, our last couple games we've been getting way ahead, not doing very well, so we thought we'd try a different strategy and start behind and then work a little bit harder. So,
well, the strategy worked. I guess the end justifies the means. Do you think your depth is going to be a factor here in the second half?
Well, I hope so. I committed to it. I committed to it early, and I told the guys that's the way we're going to go. And, you know, I was just going to look for 5 ball players that wanted to play. We had to get some heart and guts. We were playing a little bit shy again, and I just didn't enjoy that at all. So I threw everybody in to see what I had, and I think we'll be a little bit better off. They're going to respond. They're going to respond. So we're looking good. We escaped the halftime again, not hurting ourselves. So
maybe some pregame jitters there. Is that maybe why you had the slow start?
Oh, I would sure hope not. We decided we were not going to have those. But hey, again, it's kids, and whatever. The score now is close. Fans are going to have a good time. The teams are going to have a good time. It's what state championships are all about.
All right, Coach. Well, I hope you have a good time, too. Go talk to your team. We'll see you after this one. Dan Brookheis, a great comeback by Southwest Minnesota Christian in the second quarter. The Eagles only down 1 to Ortonville at halftime of our Class A championship game.
Banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with Checking That Pays and earn cash back every time you use your check card. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay free during your first 60 days.
Know why I like this place? The heat lamps. Keeps food hot for hours and hours. Okay, who's in the mood for something made fresh? Subway makes every sandwich right before your eyes, so you know they're fresh made.
Now get 3 regular foot-long Subway sandwiches for just $10.99 after 4 o'clock. That's 3 feet of great taste for $10.99 after 4 p.m. Delicious meats and toppings on fresh baked bread. 3 foot-long Subway sandwiches for $10.99.
Who needs heat lamps when you got Subway, right guys?
Subway, eat fresh! 3 generations, the Saxon family has been selling Fords to their friends and neighbors in Minnesota. Simply put, if you're in the market for a Ford, the solution is the Saxon Auto Group. 3 Saxon Ford dealerships in St. Paul, Inver Grove Heights, and our newest store in New Brighton. All committed to the Saxon philosophy of putting their customers' needs and wants first. Minnesota is Ford country, and in Minnesota, Ford means Saxon Auto Group. Come and experience the Saxon solution. Visit one of our 3 Blue Oval certified dealerships today.
Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Watch the Wild take on the Blues Tuesday at 7 only on KMSP 9. In February, 9 News consumer watchdog Jeff Ballion uncovered stories that hit you online, on the road, and in your home. A national credit card scam.
As far as we can tell, this company doesn't exist.
A $150 million bus system that gets you nowhere.
It's going to be significantly worse before it's better.
And the truth about 3M Scotchgard.
It's everywhere, and it's probably in use.
So, what will Jeff Ballion uncover next? Exclusive investigations on 9 News at 9.
The Amazing Race is on UPN. These new 11 teams of 2 will go through 5 continents, 8 countries, and face dozens of new challenges. There's only one word to describe this race. Amazing. They'll see more of the world in one night than most people see in a lifetime. Get into The Amazing Race.
Sunday at 5 on UPN 9.
Go!
Wednesday on UPN. Of all the species Enterprise has come across,
Who the hell are you?
nothing could prepare them for this.
Stroke my lungs.
An all-new Enterprise.
Do you understand me? I can't lock onto its language.
Then, the road to the Final Four is jammed with madness. For an exclusive behind-the-scenes look, it's a march to madness.
It all starts at 7, Wednesday on UPN 9.
One man stands on the edge.
He's been pushed to the brink by the NWO, and who knows what Austin is capable of next.
With his sights now set.
Austin sending a message to the NWO.
Plus, an unlikely duo stand between the game and his goal.
I always get what I want.
Will this business partnership ensure that Triple H won't win the undisputed title?
The road to WrestleMania continues.
Sunday at 7 on UPN 9. The Northland Ford Halftime Report, brought to you by your Northland Ford store.
Back at XL Energy Center, halftime of our Class A state championship game. It is Ortonville clinging to a 1-point lead. The Trojans got off to a very fast start there in the Class A championship, and then an excellent second quarter comeback by Southwest Minnesota Christian. So we are all looking forward to what should be a great second half. Well, here with me now is Kevin Merkel, the tournament director. And Kevin, I guess on Championship Saturday, we couldn't ask for a better way to start this, huh?
Oh, it's been a great game. We've got a great crowd, and we're looking forward to a full day of this, actually, and I'm sure it will be.
All right, now you are the tournament director here for the boys state basketball tournament. One of the current issues facing the boys state basketball tournament, as well as the girls, is the future of the venue where we're going to play these tournaments. Right now, you have it at XL Center, and I believe 2003, you also have it locked in at XL Center. How about after that? Where are we going to see this thing?
Well, it's hard to tell right now. We've gone through a process over the last several months where we've allowed anybody who's interested to bid, not only on our basketball tournaments, but on all of our tournaments. And those are being reviewed right now. The bid deadline was a month or 6 weeks ago. And at our April 22nd board meeting, they'll be making the final decision. And, you know, not that many places can hold the boys basketball tournament or the girls. So really it's down to the XL, the Target Center, or possibly Williams Arena. And, of course, there's pros and cons with each one of the facilities, and everybody has their own opinion. You know, there are financial implications, parking implications, and whether or not a site can guarantee us dates. So all those things have to be rolled together. We've also asked for each one of the venues, you know, what can you do for us in terms of hotel rooms, banquets, other things that help make the tournament work. And so all that has to be wrapped in together before we make a final decision.
The high school league, along with a lot of concerts and other events that come to town, really seem to benefit now by having the two arenas, because you have XL Energy Center and Target Center. They now have to compete with each other to get events like this one.
Well, that's right. And from what I understand, the competition is hot and heavy, not only for our events, but for all of them. And we have a big impact. I think St. Paul has said that with all the tournament events that we have coming in here, it's about $7 to $8 million impact to downtown St. Paul. So it's significant.
You mentioned that everybody has an opinion, and that certainly is true, fortunately and unfortunately. You mentioned a phone call you took that someone's saying, hey, why don't we play the boys at Williams Arena where the girls play? Williams Arena is certainly synonymous with basketball in Minnesota, but you mentioned one of the drawbacks there is that unfortunately Williams, unlike XL and Target, just can't always free up those dates.
Well, that's part of it. There's a couple other big factors. During the day, playing on the university campus is real difficult because of parking. In the evening, it's not such a problem, but during the day it is. And the other thing, because of various laws and rules and regulations, the university really financially can't offer us the kind of deal and incentives that the Target Center or the XL can. So that makes a big difference.
And you also mentioned to me that there may be some format changes coming up here in the near future.
Well, the big question right now, as fans will know, we are playing the quarterfinal games on a Tuesday night. We had 16 different sites this year. We'll be doing that again next year. But the board is also considering a plan right now, which would again start in 2003, where those games could be moved to the Saturday before the tournament. And then we would play at maybe only 4 venues throughout the state and have 4 games at a site. That's just one possibility. But again, that decision will be made in April as well. So we got some big decisions coming up.
Sounds like it. Kevin, you're a busy man. Thanks for your time, and I'll let you get back to work.
Good.
Kevin Merkel, Minnesota State High School League. We are at halftime of the Class A state championship. It is Ortonville on top by a point.
All-American recreation, always selling fun.
Fun is what you'll have with your own elegant, handcrafted All-American pool table from $8.99. Save 35% on Aquatic Whirlpool bathtubs. Have family fun with your own foosball table from $149 or air hockey from $199. Have fun furnishing your home with bars and bar stools. Tanning beds from $8.99 or have fun with a new swimming pool.
All-American recreation, always selling fun.
Get up to $2,002 cash back or 0% APR on new 2002 GMCs. See dealer for other restrictions. Upgrade to professional grade. See the pros at your select GMC dealers.
What happens when 5 families...
It's going to be FFF, forced family fun.
With bossy parents...
We're not winning like that. Don't fall for that crap.
And sexy teenagers...
Jonathan and Brittany are getting along really well.
Compete for this dream house in paradise.
We've got 22 people living here in this house. I think there's going to be some conflicts.
I wish my dad would have shut up.
What happened to family values?
I can't believe I'm turning into such a...
Under one roof.
Sunday at 4 on UPN 9. In the category of comedy...
You see, it's about time they recognize the work of a true artist.
The award goes to...
Nobody does it better than me.
9's Nothing But Comedy lineup. Weekdays starting at 5.
This calls for a celebration.
Rock on! Accepting the award for an afternoon of nonstop laughs.
Congratulations, buddy.
Home Improvement, Drew Carey, Just Shoot Me, and Seinfeld.
Not bad, huh?
9's Nothing But Comedy lineup. Weekdays starting at 5 on UPN 9.
Just like in the movie.
Back at XL Energy Center, Northland Ford halftime report. The Trojans on top by 1 point. An excellent second quarter. Very exciting. Ortonville was winning this thing 16-5 after the first quarter, but a great comeback by the Eagles in the second quarter to get the gap down to 1, setting up what we hope will be an excellent, exciting second half. Jeff Grayson and Janet Carvin are going to bring that to you when we return to XL Energy Center for the second half of our Class A State Boys Basketball Championship game. Ortonville leading by 1.
The Northland Ford Halftime Report, brought to you by your Northland Ford store.
Are you up for a challenge? Take the Taco John's Taco Challenge. If you don't think Taco John's has the best tacos in town, we'll give you your money back. It's that simple. Take the Taco Challenge at Taco John's now. Nobody beats Taco John's.
It starts as a simple idea, a new way of looking at things. And before long, that idea becomes so big, so revolutionary, that it changes everything you do. At U.S. Bank, it's the 5-star service guarantee. 5 ways you'll get outstanding service from every person, every transaction. That's a guarantee. The 5-star service guarantee. Welcome to the new U.S. Bank. Proud partner of the Minnesota State High School League since 1990.
What savings? Marshalls. What will you find today?
The Amazing Race is on UPN. These new 11 teams of 2 will go through 5 continents, 8 countries, and face dozens of new challenges. There's only one word to describe this race. Amazing. They'll see more of the world in one night than most people see in a lifetime. Get into the Amazing Race.
Sunday at 5 on UPN 9.
Go!
Weekdays at 5, UPN 9's lineup will leave you laughing. It's nothing but comedy. Home Improvement, Drew Carey, Just Shoot Me, and Seinfeld. Nothing but comedy. Weekdays starting at 5 on UPN 9.
A tale of 2 quarters as we go to the highlights. Daniel DeWitt, the emotional leader of that team.
He was, and they started off slow in the first quarter, but Daniel DeWitt got himself going in the second quarter with the rest of his team. They outscored Ortonville 20-10 in the second quarter. On the other side, Tanner Rademacher early. He scored 2 field goals early, and then he struggled after that. He missed 8 straight after those first 2.
As we take a look at the numbers, you look at the rebounding advantage for Ortonville among some of the numbers.
Really everything quite even, except for rebounding hasn't been a factor because Southwest Christian of Edgerton shooting better from the field. In the second quarter, Ortonville had their shooting woes. Jeff, they were 3 of 15 in the second quarter, and that's tough. Look at that last run in the last 4 minutes, 13-0.
It was 26-12 at one point. Pete Ross, by the way, had 7 of the 22 rebounds for Ortonville, including 5 on the offensive side. The offensive rebounding advantage was 8-2 Ortonville. So they have a clear advantage on their own misses.
Well, Wigman and Rademacher and Thompson did not come out at all. There's Rademacher getting his fresh legs underneath him. A nice little rest from halftime, giving him a boost.
Back to a 4-point game. He was taking those in the warm-ups at halftime and was thinking one after another, and he hit one just now. Good hustle by DeWitt, trying to avoid the contact, and he's the last one to touch it. He just looks like he has an all-around good time out there.
He does. He plays hard, and but he's a good sport about it and seems to really help his team get it going as well.
DeWitt, the team's the leading scorer. He led the Eagles with 7 points in the first half.
Well, the Eagles played 12 people, Jeff, in the first half. Ortonville played 7. There's Wigman with the board.
Inside, and he kicks it back out. Rademacher thought about the 3. Overplay by Scott. He had 5 rebounds in the first half, and DeWitt just got careless with the ball.
Oh, how did he do that? Rademacher to Thompson. Amazing.
Wow. Inside, Ross all alone.
Oh.
Big turnaround there.
That's Pete Ross's first basket today. He was 5 for 6 from the free throw line, but getting on the board from the field.
5 straight for Ortonville to start the third quarter. Messman, yes, and it counts. Chance to cut it to 3 as both teams starting well in the second half.
Ethan Messman, baseline drive right by Rademacher, and up with the layup. You know, anytime other players can come through like that, it just takes the pressure off of Scott inside as well.
Missing the free throw, stop over the back as he went over the top on Pete Ross. That's his second foul. First foul of the half by either team. So Ross Wigman will inbound, 6'4" senior, averaging 17 a game and 11 rebounds per game. He's Ortonville's all-time leading scorer. 14 points in the quarterfinal win against Red Lake. 14 points, 14 rebounds against Pillager here yesterday. 4-point game as Messman turned and hits the free throw.
Oh, what an athletic play that was.
Wigman off the nifty pass. And it'll go back the other way as Ortonville taking back the momentum here. What a play off the pass and the athleticism by Wigman to put it home. Thompson with losing the ball right in front of us. Good defense by Tinklenberg.
The funny thing about Wigman is that it's almost like he makes the harder shots and misses some of the easier ones. That was an amazing basket, that last
Spin
one.
drive won't count. Scott on the block, got him. That is 3 on Jeff Scott. 3 fouls on Scott, so Andrew Van Waterloo Michael Van Waterloo will come in to replace Scott, the 6'4" senior. Derek Reek to inbound.
Scott's got to be a little frustrated, Jeff. He was only 1 for 3 in the first half, just not able to really get it going for his team, but luckily for him, he's got a lot of help.
Wigman to Reitzma. Nice play. That ends a 7-2 run, and it's back to a 4-point lead for the Trojans. I didn't know if DeWitt was going to get the ball that low off the ground, but he found Reitzma. Looking for Rademacher, who started the half with that 3. A good championship game. Look at Ross inside.
Oh, strong move by Ross.
He weaved in between the defense. Pete Ross. After Ross Reitzma hit the last basket for the Eagles. Ross with the steal. 2-on-1. He's going all the way. 4 straight for Ross, and the lead is 8. Messman dishes. Reitzma for 3. Orange shirts on the glass. Wigman toes the line. Here come the Trojans pushing it up. That's Derek Reek. Over to Nate Thompson. I think I'm having name overload this week.
We all are.
Pete Ross. Nowhere to go. He's cut off. Wide open. Reek. Shoots the air ball off the 3. Substitutions. We'll see Wade Kroon and Daniel Wagner after the timeout. But on the Chrysler scoreboard, it's back to an 8-point lead for the Trojans.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, hey, Miss Larson.
Nice caravan.
Thanks.
I used to have a van.
I can't believe my dad let you drive the Viper.
Yeah, what got into him?
Dodge Caravan, offering a power sliding door, a power rear hatch, and the kind of room you'll really dig. Grab Dodge's 7/100 powertrain pledge, plus up to $2,500 cash allowance or no financing. Ford, GM, Toyota, and Honda don't match this.
The Faces. Lauren Larson. Officer Mike Blood. Scotty. 1 out of every 3 people will need blood. And you never know when you or someone you love might be the one. Memorial Blood Centers. It's about life.
Well, that Eagles 13-0 run ended the half and got it to a 1-point game, but since then an 11-4 run by Ortonville, and they lead by 8 in the 3rd quarter. From downtown, Reitzma way off. That was an NBA 3. Quick shot out of the timeout. Now the Trojans can go up by double digits. Reek inside the 2-man game to Reitzma. That's worked twice.
Reek into Wigman. You know what? Wigman did not have to even come down with the ball. That's why you're looking for that weak side help, but the help can't get there if he doesn't come down.
Wigman's hit 2 of those in this quarter.
He likes the alley-oops.
Tough angle for Ross Wigman. He's put them both down.
Well, Van Waterloo, number 52, is matching up in there, but he's got to have help.
Derek Reek, there it is again. That was Ross to Ross Wigman. Pete Ross to Ross Wigman.
That's right.
And Ross Reitzma takes a 3. That's what it is. It's
3 Ross.
Yeah.
3 seconds!
Left side, left hand. Ethan Messman. So Pete Ross fed Ross Wigman for the alley-oop. Ross Reitzma missed the 3, and Messman got inside.
That's it.
Wow. It's like who's on first? Wigman finds the man inside. Reek.
Oh, wow.
Counts. No, they call a travel. I thought one official marked the basket. It will not count.
Ortonville's team not happy about that. Reek must have shuffled his feet. I couldn't see it from where we're sitting, but it was a nice play by Wigman to dump it down low. Wigman knew he'd draw a crowd. He's been so active and successful, and there's Reek down low. Let's see if we can see.
Yep. He looked like he shuffled.
It did.
Good call by the official. Well, it stays a 10-point game. The Eagles escape one there. Would have been a 3-point play because he drew the foul, but it's wiped away by the travel. He shuffled his feet. Gutsy pass inside. Wagner left all alone. Yes! Well, that's a big exchange right there because now it's down to 7. Daniel Wagner hits the shot.
Well, his second three-pointer of the game, and both of them have come in important times for the Eagles.
Well, let's check the Ross connection now. Pete Ross to Ross Wigman. He'll go to the line. Well, if it works, keep going to it, right?
Exactly.
Pete Ross, averaging 13 points a game. He had 15 in the semi, but he can pass, too. Third try on this play.
They've got that down. You've got to do a couple things, though, there. You've got to put more pressure on the passer, and you've got to make sure you cover Wigman better. Fronting is not working right now. They're just going right over the top, so you got to have backside or weak side help. Actually, someone like Wigman's almost smarter to play him behind because he's had more trouble with his turnaround jumper than they've had on the alley-oop.
1 out of 2, 13 points for Ross Wigman. Jesse Close comes in for Derek Reek on the Ortonville side. So it's an 8-point game. Nice dribble by Wagner to get free. Down low, Kroon, pump fake, too much. He had the shot. Pete Ross didn't want to get that foul.
And usually the lob is the lower percentage play. And a lot of coaches don't even like to use it, but it seems to be the high percentage play for Ortonville today.
Pete Ross driving. Hard drive, and he got it. Pete Ross starting to assert himself here in the third quarter.
Strong move by Ross. He's got 13.
Lead is 10. Move it up. In the lane, no. Fight for the ball. Comes out of there to Thompson. The outlet to Rademacher. Knocked away. Saving a layup was Joel Talsma. But Rademacher will go to the line and a chance to put his team up by 12.
Talsma did the right thing. Prevent the easy two. Rademacher been up and down a little bit from the line.
In this tournament, we talk about teams going back to the early 1900s. Red Wing won it in 1915, Waseca in 1918. Ortonville was here in 1918. Also 1955 and 82 and 2000 and this year. Pretty amazing. 84 years ago.
It is amazing.
Rademacher, no. Ross had a hand on it. Pete Ross, that is.
You know, the Eagles were here a couple times, I think, in the 80s, but actually Dan Brookhuis graduated in 79, and he played for the Eagles as well himself. And he's only in his second year as a head coach right now. He was the assistant coach on the first 2 Eagles championships, with Cal Hoekstra being the head coach.
Daniel DeWitt with a hard move to the basket. Landed on his tailbone, but he's okay.
And we talked about it a little bit during the break, Jeff, about the pressure that these players feel about the going for 4. When we were at New York Mills, we had that pressure too. We won 3 straight. People in town all were wearing buttons that said go for 4. We'll talk more about that as we resume things at the XL Energy Center on the Chrysler scoreboard, where Ortonville has the lead.
What a fun party.
Sure was.
You know, I was really pleased with the cheese platter.
Mm-hmm. Boy, this is going to be a bear to clean out.
Oh.
Hey! Great party, but you're running a little bit low on cheddar.
Hey! I found their fondue pot!
Ah, the power of cheese.
Sounds like the
With the Special Auto Show bonus, now is the best time to get into America's best-selling truck, Ford F-150. For a limited time, choose an Auto Show bonus of $750 plus 0% financing. Or choose $2,500 cash back on F-150. Get a regular or Super Cab Northland Edition F-150. But hurry, this offer and other Special Auto Show bonus offers ends April 1st. So get to your local Northland Ford store today.
Ross Wigman is straight butter, baby. Right now, he's in his last 3 shots. The other Ross for Ortonville, Pete Ross, has made all 4 of his shots, and they have teamed up for some nifty alley-oops in the quarter. They lead by 8. Eagles hanging in, trying to keep it at single digits. Rademacher, no. Orange shirts on the glass, but on the push.
That's going to go against Wigman there. He doesn't like the call, but how many is that for him now?
3 fouls. 3 fouls on Wigman.
But I know as much as Dan Brookhuis has not wanted to talk about this 4th title, about becoming the first team ever to do it, you got to feel that the players probably do think about it from time to time. And again, the people from the communities, too, they can't help but think about it. It's such a highlight for the community as well.
Van Otterloo from outside on the pure polka dot dairy 1-minute clock. That was a chance to cut it to a 6-point game, and the Eagles can't capitalize, and Wigman is down holding his knee. Looks like he's going to shake it off. Oh, not a good sign here for the Trojans as Wigman goes to the bench holding his right knee, trying to flex it.
Well, you know, usually if it's a minor injury, you try to get up and walk around a little bit, but Wigman went right over to the bench. That was crazy how that happened.
8-point game, just under a minute. Eagles had a chance to cut it to 6. Trojans want to make them pay, and they do! Thompson to Rademacher.
Oh, Thompson, another great pass.
Big swing. Thompson had 5 assists in the first half. Substitution now. Sean Prinz checks in, replacing Joel Tosma. Another great pass, like you said.
Thompson just threw that so effortlessly, but it has so much pace on it.
Van Otterloo and a count. Basket and a foul. This time DeWitt found him inside. Well, they keep hanging around. The lead's down to 8. We'll give the foul to Nate Thompson. May have heard that's his 3rd.
Well, you can see how DeWitt got Ross to come over and commit. He got it over to Van Waterloo.
Short on the free throw. DeWitt with the hustle. Another rebound off the missed free throw. Remember, Skop has gotten a good rest on the bench for the Eagles.
They could bring it, pull within 6 again, Jeff.
They just haven't been able to get it down that low here as in the post. The foul looks like it's going to be on Rademacher. It is. 2nd foul on Tanner Rademacher, so nothing to worry about if you're a Trojan fan.
Both teams with 5 team fouls.
DeWitt open up the inbounds. Yes! Oh. Well, it's down to 6 now. Ortonville will try to end the 3rd quarter the way the Eagles ended the 2nd. Let's see what kind of shot the Trojans can get. Pete Ross, spin move.
With a hot hand.
Wow. Pete Ross with a twist and turn. Rademacher with a steal to Ross. At the buzzer, a 4-point play.
That is huge. You can see the momentum and the energy for Ortonville. They lead by 10.
What a turn of events. After DeWitt hit the jumper, Ross on the drive. And if we stay with it here, Rademacher makes the steal. Ross with the buzzer-beating basket. Wow, you talked about the emotion, Janet.
Well, Rademacher just is so crafty about being able to steal the ball. He comes up with some big ones, and this is another one, giving his teammate a great pass. Ortonville by 10.
Calcium, lime, rust.
Minerals that build up and leave hard water stains. CLR Clean Stain Coffee decanters crystal clear. Bitter-tasting coffee will disappear when you clean your coffee maker with CLR. CLR makes clogged shower heads spray like new. It works instantly on tub, basin, and toilet rust stains. Watch how fast and easy it removes rust stains from cement and stucco. Get money-back guaranteed CLR at your favorite store.
Now, held over by popular demand, the Chrysler Great American Getaway. Your chance to get away with great offers on our award-winning minivans, like our 7-year, 100,000-mile engine and transmission powertrain pledge, plus $2,500 cash allowances, or 0% financing on select models. GM, Ford, and Toyota don't give you all that, so hurry. For great products, great protection, and great value, that's the Chrysler Advantage.
Ortonville with one injury that is a key one. Ross Wigman still getting treated for that knee injury. Jeff Scott back in for the Eagles. A 10-point game. Remember, it was 6. DeWitt for 3. Wow, both teams really pulling out the stops here. It's down to 7. Thompson just turned it over on a travel. What a game.
Oh, it's been just crazy. Look at the score by quarter, how each team had their quarter. The first one belonged to Ortonville in third. The Eagles would like to make their quarters the second and the fourth, so we'll see how this one comes out.
It was a 1-point lead for the Trojans at the half. It is 10 now. Scott is trying to get on track. There's Wagner. DeWitt has been the inside and out man. Looks like he's driving on Ross. Tough shot. And he'll go to the line. Shooting 2. If it's on Ross, Pete Ross, I think that's 4. 4th foul on Pete Ross. That's who they get for it. So with Wigman on the bench being treated for that injury, Pete Ross with 4 fouls, and he was the man in the third quarter.
Well, Ross did not take a field goal attempt in the first half, but he was 6 for 6 in the third quarter alone. 12 points in the third quarter for Pete Ross, but he'll have to be careful now with 4 fouls. And Ross Wigman right there trying to see if he can even just walk without pain before he tries to think about coming back in.
Lead was down to 6. Good job by the Eagles on the board, but the tip wouldn't go. Thompson against Wagner. Good defense, and Thompson determined to get by him. And there's the blocking foul on Daniel Wagner. Team fouls are going to be even here at 6 apiece. So the next foul by both teams will put the other in the bonus.
Little body bump, but Wagner really, he's got fresh legs, you know, coming off the bench. Really pesky defense against Thompson.
I can hear coaches at basketball camp telling me you play defense with your legs, not your hands.
Move those feet.
Ryan has an injury update on Ross Wigman. Ryan?
All right, guys, I'm over here by the Ortonville bench. Ross Wigman talking with some of the trainers, trying to loosen it up. At first, they shook their head when Wigman wanted to get back in the game, said no. But now they said they think he might be able to get back in there. So hopefully that right knee not too painful for Ross Wigman.
Thank you, Ryan. What a exchange we had there. Great two-man game by Ross Reitzma finishing the break. He took the pass from DeWitt, and then Pete Ross drawing the foul.
That was an unbelievable pass right there, back to Reitzma. I'm not even sure how he knew he was there, but he split the defenders, and it came right back to DeWitt.
Now Pete Ross went the other way. You don't see that often after a made basket. Eagles didn't get back, and Pete Ross sinks the free throw, so it was down to 4. Now the lead is 5. Ross with 18 points, as you see. Gets them both. He's got 19. He had 15 in the semi, 16 points, 9 rebounds in the quarterfinal. What a game. Messman, tough drive. Yes! Oh. These teams are rising to the occasion.
Ethan Messman with some really gutsy play today. Taking the ball right at the big guys and great body control and putting it in.
In the land of the Giants. Well, the Eagles are to come back. They have quite a test here. And Ortonville, if they are to win, they are beating the 3-time champion. What a game. Could go either way right now.
They'll have to do it maybe without their leading scorer. Wigman's still on the bench with his, I think, injured knee.
Scott, lots of contact. No foul. DeWitt for showtime, and it's knocked away. Jesse Close knocked it away. What an exchange there, as it looked like Pete Ross had drawn the foul.
There was a bump there. No call, but they came back down the other way.
And that would have been the fourth foul on Scott. Instead, that appears to be the fifth foul on Pete Ross. It is. What a tough break for Ortonville. Pete Ross, the game's leading scorer with 19 points, is fouled out with 6:07 left.
Let's take a look here at the exchange. And that is huge for Ortonville.
Remember, at the other end, Scott bumped Pete Ross, thought he was going to go to the line for the foul.
And Ross was visibly upset after that happened. And sometimes after you're feeling that, and he's really had strong emotions out there, he came down the other end and got called for the foul.
The officials are talking over. Pete Ross fouled out, and there are 4 players on the floor for Ortonville. So Kyle Kirkaby is taking his time. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have Ross Wigman right now to put in the game. And he's going to put in, as you see, Tony Weber. What a tough break for Pete Ross there. And for the Ortonville team. The game's leading scorer fouls out with 19 points, and Scott will shoot. We're not sure this is. It is 1-1. Scott, the continuation did not get called, so it's a 1-1 and a 3-point game.
Well, let's see if Scott can get things going here. He has 5 points on the day, but without 2 of the main people on the bench for the Trojans, it may open up things for him here. 6 minutes to play. They have a lot of time left in this fourth quarter. Tanner Rademacher's going to have to be even more aggressive. Thompson needs help.
And there's a foul, blocking foul on Messman. And it's 1-1 time. Going to the line will be Ortonville. It's a 10-2 Eagles run. I think win or lose, whoever wins this game is going to point to this juncture right here with that 4-point swing. A 10-2 Eagles run. Going to the line is Jesse Close. Wigman is still going back and forth. It looks like he's running now on that right knee. He's got it taped up. We'll have to see if he comes in. Close, short on the free throw. Rebound to Ross Reitzma. There's a reach-in foul by Close. So now we'll have free throws at the other end. That's the 8th team foul on Ortonville. They're even at 8 apiece. In a 2-point game, he can tie it.
Wigman looking pretty good there, running behind the bench. I'm sure he's watching the clock thinking to himself, I got to get out there. My team needs me.
It's an 11-2 run here in this quarter. Last time we had a tie game was a minute and 45 seconds into the game. We're barely 2 minutes in. And we are tied for the first time since early in the first quarter. Will there be a four-peat or Ortonville winning its first title? We'll find out on the Dairy Queen scoreboard.
Start a banking relationship with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but roll out the red carpet. Stop by a nearby U.S. Bank now and sign up for free checking with checking that pays and earn cash back every time you use your check card. See a friendly U.S. banker for details. Pay your bills online with U.S. Bank, and we'll do everything but teach you how to type. Stop by U.S. Bank now and sign up for free internet banking. Plus, take advantage of internet bill pay, free during your first 60 days.
90 years ago, Chevy hit the road and never looked back. Today, we continue to drive ahead with 0% APR financing or up to $2,002 cash back on select Chevy vehicles. Or get $2,502 cash back on a Chevy Cavalier at your select Heartland Chevy dealer. See why America loves the bow tie. See your select Heartland Chevy dealer today.
Southwest Minnesota Christian with a 12-2 run to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. Pete Ross, the game's leading scorer, fouled out for Ortonville, and Ross Wigman One of the Trojans' top players is trying to shake off a knee injury from the third quarter. Tanner Rademacher, drive, rejected by Scott. Wagner will push. The Eagles go for their first lead since they led 2-0 early. DeWitt, short. The rebound goes to Derek Reek.
Wigman is at the scorer's table, ready to come in, Jeff.
Got that right knee tape. Let's see if he can give his team the lift it needs. Ball last touched by Rademacher. Rademacher upset. And here comes Ross Wigman checking in for Tony Weber. And let's see how he does and what kind of lift that gives his team. Wagner, bounce pass, Reitzma!
Wow, what a move by Reitzma!
Looking like Rademacher.
Reitzma has come up big here in the fourth quarter.
And the Eagles have their first lead, but not for long. No, Rademacher missing. He'll go to the line to shoot two with a chance to tie it. That was the Eagles' first lead since 2-0, and now Rademacher can even it up at 54.
Ortonville has just lost twice this year, and both losses came to Millbank, South Dakota. They have not lost to a Minnesota school. They avenged the loss last year to Hillcrest Academy out of Fergus Falls. They lost them by 2 points in the section final last year. This year they beat them by 2 points in overtime, and they want to finish it today.
Rademacher cut it to one. He missed them both. Rebound, Wigman. Tough shot. Might have been deflected as he didn't get much on it. Wagner with a chance to make it a 4-point lead, or possibly 5. Reitzma to DeWitt. Ball knocked away by Rademacher. Plenty of time for either team to make a run. Wagner to Reitzma. No. Scott knocked it away. Wigman gets called for the foul. Wigman gets called for the foul. That is Ross Wigman's 4th foul. Now they're going to call it on Scott. The Ortonville players were furious. It looked like it was going to be an Ortonville foul.
A lot of emotion on the floor right now, and Wigman is, I think, is hurting, Jeff.
I apologize. That's 4 fouls on Scott. You're right. Wigman is hurting. I got thrown off because the Ortonville fans were furious, and they thought Scott was going to go to the line. Instead, it's Ross Wigman. So 4 on Scott. Well, they missed their last 3 free throws. Rademacher missed the 2. Wigman playing hurt. Can't get much leg into his shot. Substitution. Tony Weber replacing Wigman. Trying to do what he can on that bad leg. It is still a 1-point game. 54-53. Van Otterloo in for Scott, who's got 4. And Wigman is going to try to walk this off once again behind the Ortonville bench. Right side, Messman. Reitzma. Eagles can't get open. DeWitt into Scott. Rademacher knocked it away. It came out to Tony Weber.
Rademacher is so active defensively. That wasn't a great pass, but Rademacher just seems to always get a hand on the ball when it's thrown anywhere near him. He's on defense.
Well, the Trojans' 3 best players are down to 1 now. Pete Ross fouled out and Wigman's hurt. It's down to Rademacher. Thompson tried to save it. Wagner on the pressure, forcing a turnover.
Telling you what, Daniel Wagner's playing some great minutes for them. Great passing, super defensive play. It'll be the Eagles' ball when we come back.
Apply a conventional post herbicide, and this is what happens. Your corn can lose many peak growing days while it recovers from the effects of the herbicide. Apply Liberty, and your corn never misses a beat or a bushel. Plus, you get unsurpassed control of over 100 broadleaf weeds and grasses. Liberty. Smarter corn, smarter herbicide.
Get ready Because there's still time to gear up and get out at your Jeep dealer, where you'll find great deals on Jeep Liberty, including a great price. Because now you can get into a Liberty starting under 19 grand. And if you hurry, you can also get in on Jeep's exclusive 70 or 100,000-mile powertrain pledge on engines and transmissions. So gear up and get out with great products, great protection, and great values. That's the Jeep promise. Check one out at your Jeep dealer.
Jeff Scott has 4 fouls. He scored 7 points, and he's got 8 rebounds, but he is on the bench with just under 4 minutes to go. The Eagles lead by 1.
Coach Dan Brookhuis from the Eagles said that he thought his team was playing shy in the first quarter, and he wanted some people out there with heart and guts.
Look at the hustle on the possession arrow. It will go to Ortonville. Great hustle by Tony Weber.
Weber having to play some big minutes here.
Nate Thompson, spin dribble. Good pick set by Weber. Thompson outside. Ball picked up by Wagner. He's everywhere as he loses the ball. 3-on-2 for Ortonville. Weber off balance. Missing was Reed. Can't get it. DeWitt with the rebound. Possession arrow to go to the Eagles this time. Southwest Minnesota Christian shooting 2 shots on any foul. That wasn't a foul, but they're shooting 2 the rest of the way. Ortonville, I should say. 18 fouls on Ortonville, 10 on Southwest Minnesota Christian.
Reed just couldn't get it to go. He was under the basket too far in the first one, and there's the tie-up afterwards. DeWitt wanted a foul, but it was not to be. It's still the Eagles' ball.
Messman. There's DeWitt. Messman all the way. Yes! Off the window. Ethan Messman with a couple of drives.
Messman has been so tough today. 12 points for him.
Almost a reach by DeWitt. Rademacher, tough shot. He hit the deck. Here come the Eagles. DeWitt's all alone. And it counts. Fouled by Tony Weber.
This basket is huge for the Eagles. You can just feel the momentum and their confidence growing. What a game.
Kyle Kirkaby calls a timeout. And this is a full timeout, not a 30. Daniel DeWitt expanding the lead on the DQ scoreboard.
It's one remarkable event. Nissan's Tournament Time Sales Event. Be a part of the action with low 0.9 APR financing on the 255 horsepower Maxima, the 240 horsepower Pathfinder, the uncompact Sentra, and every Frontier. Or get 3.9 APR financing on the tough new Nissan Xterra. Hurry to your Nissan dealer before the clock runs out. The time to make your play is now. Nissan's Tournament Time absolutely ends April 1st. Nissan. Driven.
When you live out as far as he did, chances are you're not near one of our stores. Unless, of course, you're near a computer. He knew the jacket he wanted and the color. And then got shoes, a tie, and a belt. Because after 40 years of marriage, well, he knew it'd be hard to surprise her. But at least, he thought, it'd be worth a try.
Now as close as your computer, the Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Feel for Ross Wigman, who got hurt in the third quarter. His team has not scored a basket in the fourth. They've been outscored 18-3.
He's got ice on his thigh. Maybe he took, I thought maybe it was a knee injury, but
he has the knee taped.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got a Charlie horse when he came back in. Ball loose is Matt Thompson. He's Nate Thompson. Nate Thompson. Nate Thompson bounce pass inside. Weber has it rejected by Scott.
Well, Ortonville needs to just take good care of the basketball and still attack the basket.
I think it starts with Nate Thompson, the playmaker. Thompson, pump fake, jump stop, tough shot, in and out. Rebound, Reitzma. Nearly throws it away, but there's Scott. Under 2 minutes. You see a 6-point lead. DeWitt, bounce pass, picked off by Tony Weber, and Nate Thompson will bring it up.
Not a good decision there by DeWitt. They've got the lead. They got a 6-point lead on the ball with 1:30 to go. You don't want to give it up that easily. And there's a big three by Rademacher.
Lead cut in half. Back down to 3 with the 3. Quick timeout by the Trojans.
Dan Brookheist wants to talk to DeWitt. DeWitt says, I know I should have done that.
I think people forget there's no shot clock in high school basketball. Take the air out of the ball for a while if you want. What a 3 by Rademacher.
Well, Rademacher's a gutsy performer. He's the only one on the floor for Ortonville with double figures. Has 14 on the afternoon.
Tanner Rademacher.
Defense, boys.
Tanner Rademacher from the right side. He's got 14 points.
And he's going to have to try to carry it down the stretch here. That was a big 3. It really ignites his team when he does that. But the other thing he should do if he gets the ball back is to take it to the basket, because he doesn't get something close, maybe draw a foul as well.
Trojans need a turnover. Eagles need to take care of the ball. Scott inside. Jeff Scott picked a great time to score here.
9 points for Scott, well below his average, but those two, as you said, coming at an important time.
Rademacher. He wanted a foul on the 3-point shot on the pure polka dot dairy 1-minute clock. 5-point lead. Eagles to DeWitt inside, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2.
They don't need to keep taking these shots this quickly either. DeWitt drawing the foul that time. But with the lead in the basketball, they're up by 5. DeWitt, you can see using that pump fake again. That's one thing from Ortonville's standpoint on defensively. They've been pretty quick to go after the block. Leaving your feet defensively is something you don't want to do unless you know the offensive player is going to shoot the ball.
Eagles leaving the door open. You see a substitution. That's Joe Fuller who comes in for Weber. 4 fouls on Weber. Eagles are leaving the door open here. It's a 5-point game. 4 fouls on Reek. Weber goes to the bench. Reek will stay in the game. Nate Thompson forces the 3. Reitzma gets the rebound. There's a foul inside. Reitzma's going to go to the line. Rademacher and also Jesse Close were there. Oh, calling on Close. 2 on Close. Reitzma going to the line. 6-point game. 43 seconds left.
So many ups and downs in this game. Ortonville came out 16-5 in the first quarter. You can imagine the fans from the Ortonville side in their orange just sitting back thinking, you know, we've got this game. This looks great. It's been just a really wild basketball game.
And they're up 10 going to the 4th when they had that unfortunate turn of events. Here's Rademacher. Nate Thompson for 3. No. Final 30 seconds. Foul on Rademacher. That's just Tanner's 3rd.
And Messman inadvertently hit his own teammate, hit Reitzma right in the nose of the basketball. Ouch.
Three fouls on Tanner Rademacher. Here's the incidental contact by the teammates.
He's just trying to keep the ball away from Rademacher, and right. Well, this young man has really stepped up to come through for his team. He averages a little over 7 a game, but Messman has just been so steady and has come through offensively when they've really needed some big baskets.
1 out of 2, and it goes back to Reitzman.
Looking more and more like they're going to make history, Jeff. Become the only team in Minnesota history to win 4 consecutive basketball titles.
You see they're up 8 with 18 seconds left. Van Waterloo and Jordan Coy check in. Messman to the bench. Also Scott. And now Kyle Kirkaby will go to his bench. Al Westermeyer, Ross Randall, and also Landon Fransky as Tanner Rademacher goes to the bench for Ortonville. Tough moment for the Ortonville Trojans. Also in the game, Ben Zarba, number 41, and that might say it all. Ross Wigman going to come back after those injuries.
Well, the Eagles just lost twice this year to Fulda and Pipestone Jasper.
Getting a basket, Jesse Van Hofwegen. As time ticks away, Southwest Minnesota Christian has made Minnesota history. They are the first to win 4 in a row.
The Minneapolis North had 3 in a row in the mid-90s. Edina, the mid-60s. But the Eagles from Edgerton, Southwest Minnesota Christian, are the first team to be able to eclipse that mark and have 4 consecutive state titles.
They outscored Ortonville 26-6 in the 4th quarter. The Eagles win 4 consecutive state titles.
There were so many different people stepping up at different times. A true team. You heard Coach Dan Brookhuis tell Ryan Lund how he committed to it. He committed to playing as many people as he could. Great team effort.
Well, they're actually the basketball champions. Southwest Minnesota Christian, a 4-peat, and you've got to feel for Ortonville here. They were in control of this game on that critical exchange and then an injury to one of their best players. 3 key sequences there.
Well, it was really unfortunate. The injury was such a unusual one, just in the midst of going for the basketball. Twisted an ankle, a knee rather. And then the foul that we thought was going to go against Scott did not go that way, but then Ross on the other end picking up his 5th foul. I didn't even think at the time, maybe he wasn't even aware it was his 5th. There wasn't really all that much contact, but it was a difficult series of events for the Ortonville Trojans.
And remember, Pete Ross had 3 fouls in the first half. Here's the award ceremony.
High School League, and presenting the trophies, U.S. Bank Tournament representative Sharon Pulaski. At this time, we'll present the 10-member U.S. Bank All-Tournament team, chosen by sports writers and sportscasters covering the tournament. These students have distinguished themselves by their athletic excellence, leadership, team commitment, and exceptional sportsmanship. And again, presenting the trophies for the U.S. Bank team at center court, Sharon Pulaski, U.S. Bank representative. And now, the 2002 Class A Boys Basketball All-Tournament team. And we ask the players come forward as their names are called. From Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, guard Derek Swedberg. From Howard Lake Waverly Winstead, forward Brad Whittemer. From Villager, guard Lee Roberts. From Villager, forward Adam Brown. From Ortonville, guard Nate Thompson. From Ortonville, forward Tanner Rotterbacher. From Ortonville, forward Ross Wegman. From Southwest Minnesota Christian, centers Jeff Scott. From Southwest Minnesota Christian, forward Ross Reitzma. From Southwest Minnesota Christian, forward Daniel DeWitt. U.S. Bank and the Minnesota State High School, they congratulate all members of the Class A Boys Basketball All-Tournament team. Let's give them a big hand. Ladies and gentlemen, silver medals in the Class A second place trophy will now be awarded to Ortonville High School. And we ask that the players come forward as their names are called. Tony Weber. Nate Thompson. Joe Fuller. Ross Wegman. Jesse Close. Derek Reek. Matt Pinkston. Landon Fransky. Ross Randall. Ben Zarbach. Pete Ross. Tanner Rotterbacher. Tim Thompson. Al Westermeyer. Riley Salmon. Student managers Aaron Hoy. And Jenny Kay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will the captains of Ortonville come forward to take your Class A second place trophy? with a final record of 26-3. Congratulations to Coach Kyle Kirkaby and the Ortonville Trojans. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2002 Minnesota State High School Class A boys basketball champion is Southwest Minnesota Christian High School. Each member of the official squad receives a gold medal. They'll now be presented. We ask to come forward as their names are called. Andrew Tinklenberg. Daniel Wagner. Ethan Mesman. Joel Talsma. Jordan Coy. Sean Prince. Wade Crewin. Ross Reitzma. Jesse Van Hofwagen. Daniel DeWitt. Jeff Scott. Michael Van Otterloo. Student managers Adam Reiswijk. And Jason Jasper. And now, ladies and gentlemen, will the captains of Southwest Minnesota Christian come forward to take your championship trophy. Congratulations to Coach Daniel Brookhuis and the Eagles in a final record of 27-2.
They have made history. Southwest Minnesota Christian, the first high school basketball team in Minnesota to ever win 4 consecutive state titles. Congratulations to the Eagles, who came on with a 26-6 fourth quarter, but you also have to feel for Ortonville, who lost one of their top players in Ross Wigman. Tough thing for Ross Wigman to handle after getting hurt like that. But the champs pulled it out when they had to.
Well, things just kind of took a turn for the worse. Ortonville up by 10 when the fourth quarter started, and then the Wigman injury and Pete Ross fouling out, the leading scorer for them. At the time, Pete Ross finished with 19 points, a great day for him.
In only 21 minutes. You know, the officials can't win because one side's fans and players are always going to be on them, but you pointed out an interesting statistic. The free throws were nearly even. 27 for the Eagles, 23 for the Trojans, and a lot of the Eagles' free throws down the stretch were because the Trojans had to foul. The statistics pretty much even the whole way, and Pete Ross did have 3 fouls in that first half, and that, unfortunately for the Trojans, put him in that bad position to start the second.
That's right. Ortonville actually shot the ball 10 more times from the field in the game, 53 times to 43 times for the Eagles, but they just shot under 40%. The Eagles shot over 50%. And it's amazing how we had our runs and each team had their quarters. Fourth quarter did belong to the Eagles.
What an historical picture that is. It is going to go in the books and in their scrapbooks for the rest of their lives.
Well, this is a happy ending. When I was a senior in high school, we were going for 4. We lost in the semifinals. We lost just 1 game in the 4 years that we were at the state tournament for New York Mills. And I still have the button that some of the people wore. It said goal for 4. And I was going to bring it today for the Eagles. We were the Eagles also, but I didn't want to jinx them. So I'm glad they have a happy ending to their story.
What a game it was. Like you said, Ortonville led by 10 going to the 4th. And it was just a tough turn of events, but give them credit. And this game was anybody's game until about the final 3.5 minutes when the DeWitt drive and then the free throws made the difference. Well, Ryan Lund is standing by with a couple of the players who made history happen. Ryan?
All right, we've got some big smiles on these faces. Daniel DeWitt, Jeff Scott, 2 of the seniors on the state championship Southwest Minnesota Christian Eagles team. 4-peat, you guys are a part of Minnesota State history. We'll get to that in a moment. First of all, how about this game? In the first half, you guys were almost history without that run in the second quarter.
Yeah, they're a tough team, and they really brought it to us, and we didn't start out like we should have. So we had to pick it up and see what we could do.
Why did you come out and maybe start more slowly than you thought you would?
Well, our coach joked to us that maybe since we were yesterday we struggled in the 4th quarter, so he said we should get behind. I guess we took him too seriously.
I think you did. Don't take that literally the next time. You had just an excellent game today, an excellent game in the semis. Do you feel like you just were able just to peak at the perfect time?
Well, we're not one-dimensional. We have everybody that can play, and we just have one person that steps it up each game, and that's how we got here.
Your senior year, you get to take home the state championship trophy.
Nothing better.
All right, Daniel DeWitt, let's bring in the big man here, Jeff Scott, number 50. He scored 9 points today. Jeff, congratulations. An incredible 4th quarter, kind of the opposite of what happened yesterday. Yesterday in the 4th quarter, it almost got away from you. This game, you guys were the ones who came on in the 4th.
Well, the first half, we came out we played not to win. We just played safe, and we played not to lose. And that second quarter run kind of helped us. And then this second half, we figured that out. We had to go. We couldn't play safe, and we just had to let it all hang out. So
they obviously had some problems. Their depth not as deep as yours. Was that a big factor in this game that you guys were able to stay a little bit more fresh, go deep into the bench where they had to stick with their 5-6 players?
I think so. That's always going to make a difference when you're running. If you can get 12 guys in like we did and have them playing positive minutes for us, and those same 5 have to keep rotating in, they'll get tired eventually. So
DeWitt said that you're not a one-dimensional team. A lot of people focused on you coming into this as the marquee player, but I think we saw here that it is a balanced team, whether it was DeWitt, Ross Reitzma, or yourself. You guys you come at them from all angles.
That's right. My shot really wasn't falling. DeWitt stepped up nice. Ross stepped up nice. Everybody, hit their shots and did that. That's kind of nice to do. So,
does it feel like you've made history now with the 4-peat? Because the way that Coach Brookheis has this is it's pretty much only juniors and seniors that play. So it wasn't as if you guys were there for the first 2. But do you feel a sense of history here?
Yeah, you feel a little sense of history, but still, this team, it's this team's championship. A couple of the juniors didn't have it last year, and this is the only time this group of guys will ever play together, and it's just nice that we could win this one for our...
Is it almost a relief in a sense, knowing that, well, the classes before us did it, this is our chance, and we got to go out and do it?
Yeah, it was. There's a little pressure, but we just put that pressure on ourselves because we had high expectations for ourselves. We wanted to succeed and get to this level and play our hearts out up here, so we did it.
Well, you met those expectations, and whether or not it feels like you made history, you certainly did. Southwest Minnesota Christian, the first 4-peat in Minnesota basketball history. We will be back at the XL Energy Center getting ready for our second championship game of the day. Litchfield and Lewiston Altura. Southwest Minnesota Christian takes home the first championship trophy of Championship Saturday.
It's Auto Show time.
And your Pontiac dealer is stepping on the gas with just announced great deals. Now get 0% APR financing or 2502 cash back on any 2002 Grand Am. Residency restrictions apply. Or current Pontiac lessees can get a great lease on a new Grand Am SC for around $222 a month. $222 a month for Grand Am. Call for details. Pontiac's in overdrive, so see your select Pontiac Excitement dealers today.
Hi, I'm Dick Enrico. Let the fitness experts at Second Wind help you march in the spring with our Trade Up to Shape Up sale. Second Wind needs used gear, and your trade will never be worth more. We have the latest in home gyms, bikes, climbers, treadmills, and the hot new cross trainers. In stock, priced right, and ready to go. The brands you know from the company you trust. Visit our website for the